What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. So today I want to answer a year-long question. What's the difference between a scalper, a flipper, and an investor? And whether stores currently are considered to be scalper or flippers. So yeah, this question I tried to answer years ago, or actually almost a year ago, when I made a video somewhere back there, trying to define what investor or scalper was. And I got a lot of comments saying that, hey, collect Pokemon. I do think that scalpers could be considered to be short-term investor. And, that got me thinking, hmm, that's very true, and it's just so difficult to really address what is a scalper and what is an investor. Until today. Today was a very interesting day as I've gotten a message on my Facebook that asks, hey, collect Pokemon, are you still selling the Mario Pikachu and Luigi Pikachu box for 1,800 US dollar? And I was like, well, the first thing I was like, huh? When did I even post it up for selling? The second question was like, hell no, I'm not selling. It's gone. All right, because there's no way I'm gonna sell that for 1,800 US dollar. That's one thing. And then I looked into why did this person ask me this? I mean, I know that person, I know it's a she. She wasn't trying to lowball me or something like that, because I did make a post saying that I was selling a set of them for $1,800. And then I was like, wait, when was that? So I clicked onto the post, and it was September 12, 2020. That was the time when I sold, or when I listed that box or that setup box at 1,800. There were no takers at that time. People thought I was crazy. I don't know. No one was interested in it at that price back then. And the current market price of that box is at least 2,000 to 2,500 each. So that comes to around, 5,000 for both box. Now that got me thinking, or actually that gave me that epiphany as to I finally understand what it is about an investor and what is the difference between a scalper and a flipper. So a scalper is someone that would go into a Target, a Walmart, they would go and buy a product knowing that at MSRP there will be nothing to lose. There you can't lose money when you buy it at MSRP, because you can always sell it at above MSRP. So this was a very, very recent phenomenon. As soon as Pokemon, when nothing is being sold at MSRP, if you can get it at MSRP, it is guaranteed profit. Doesn't matter if it was $5, $10, $15, $20, it is still guaranteed profit. And that gave rise to these group of individuals called scalper. But before the scalping guys came into play, for the longest time, the market has, or the hobby has, a group of people called the flippers. Now, the flippers are the ones that tries to seek out deals, seek out cheaper deals, knowing that the market value of that deal that they're seeking out is definitely higher. And because of that, they know that they can and likely to profit from that. But they do often have a much greater risk, because they would think that, okay, the market value is this, I'm getting it at this deal. So they still have to pick out some money from their pocket, buy that product before they can flip it online. But I mean, I obviously know there are some other flippers who actually work out a deal with someone and then they purchase it, to do it the other way around. But the chance of success using that method is a lot lower, because yeah, a lot of people want that picture of you saying a timestamp pictures to see that you guys actually have that product. Now, as for the investor comes in many forms. Some looks at the trend, some look to the future, some based on the gut feeling. But they all have one thing in common, which is that they don't mind buying things at market price. They don't mind buying things at market price because they're not caring about the now. They're caring about the future. They see the future of a product. it doesn't matter what market price is. They just buy it up at market price. And after they bought it up, they know, or they think they know, that the market is going to go up. And the price of the thing that they bought at market will be profitable. So the difference between a scalper, a flipper, and the investor comes and boils down to one word: knowledge. It depends on the amount and the can't talk, I've been talking all day, depth of the knowledge that they have. And because of that, I do believe that there is a significant difference. And that is why a lot of scalpers are considered to be, the lower end of the food chain, because, they require the least knowledge. Whereas, the middle flipper, at least you need to know what is a good deal and you need to take a bit of a risk. And you also have to remember, right? These scalpers, they can always refund what they bought if they keep the product sealed. So if the price drop, if they can't sell it, they can always refund it back to the Target or the Walmart, which it's really, there's no risk for them. Yeah. And as for the investor, you need a much deeper knowledge. These guys, you should be respecting them a little bit more, because, they see the future. They see they are the main source of people. They're spending, a lot of money pumping it in. I wouldn't want to say they pump the market, but they're pumping the market in. And, that is something that is good for the secondary market. Now, the question is, what about card stores? A lot of people ask, hey, collect Pokemon. What about card stores? Do you think, they are, playing a significant role in this as well? Well, there's two types of card store: the newly opened card store that has been open for like a year, and the older card store that has been open for a couple of years or even longer. Now, the ones that have opened for a few, or this 1 or 2 years only, are the ones that have very interesting intention. It might be because that, because of the pandemics, they really want to start a new business because that's their hobby. That's fine. I mean, those guys are fine. But the biggest problem is that, will they cause a spike in price? No, because they are only allocated a very, very small amount of products. And those products, even though, yes, they're getting a distributor price, it won't be significant for them to make a huge profit. And because of that, I think that it doesn't really, they don't really affect the market. You could argue that, when you have 1,000 of these, it affects the supply, or affects the demand or the supply of the product. Yes, but at the same time, I don't really think that they play a significant role. Whereas the larger stores that has been getting Pokemon products for years, I think they deserve to profit because they have contributed so much to Pokemon. While people thought that Pokemon was going to die, they bought products, they sold products. While they thought that, there are some really bad products that no one wants to flip, no one wants to buy, they bought it so that they have it on the shelf for any individual who actually want, they can still have access to it. When people thought Crimson Invasion and all the other guys, those stuff, those were the older shops that kept it going. So I do believe that it's only fair for them to finally, get the reward for, staying with the hobby for such a long time. So I don't think the larger stores should be blamed on for, any sort of price above MSRP or things such as that. So at the end of this video, I really want to boil it down to that hopefully I would be able to clearly define what is a scalper, what is an investor, and what is a flipper. And I do understand that there are always exceptions, and I can't just generally say that all scalper have no knowledge in Pokemon. Well, technically they might have knowledge into when they restock, or they might be smarter to understand, oh, this product sells better than this, so I might be able to scalp this more. And as they gain more knowledge, as they become more and more confident, they might shift into being a flipper. They know specific items, they know specific products that are good and easy to sell. And once they are in that flipping market for long enough, they might have their own view and become investor. So it's, I just don't really think that they should be looked at independently. Well, you could look at them independently, but the key is that it depends on the amount of knowledge. And I do believe that it is a learning curve. So for the scalper right there, there will be some who succeed to become flipper. And within that bunch of flippers, there will be some that succeed to become investor. And within the investor, there will be some that become very successful investor, or others that kind of die out and become flipper, or just quit the industry, or quit the products or the collectibles overall. So yeah, I hope that's clears things up, and I hope I'm able to share my view as to what these things are. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Or just type in your thoughts. I love reading long comments. They're long, but I really don't mind reading them. All right, so that's pretty much it. Just one quick update before we end this video. Matchless Fighter is back up on stock on the website. I think I've got an extra case, so you guys can buy it, and I'll break it open later on the live. Catch you guys later. Peace. This is Collect Pokemon. Bye-bye.